We are back with Stephen the Back from Team Stephen the Back. How are you, Stephen?
Very good. Martin Villeneuve, Silmar Marketing.
Of course, we've been doing a lot of work lately.
Oh, yes.
We'll be able to talk about that a bit later. Stephen, we were at Riverside sometime in late summer, and we talked about a lot of things. Since we've done a lot of stories on Facebook and elsewhere on social media.
Yeah, people got excited, Martin.
Yes.
They sent me a message. We want to learn more about real estate. That's why we're doing it even more again. Mm-hmm. And the reason is you might all have questions about real estate, but you're afraid to talk to a realtor or ask. Even though you're not in the market right now, it could be up for a future transaction. Don't be shy. Send us an inbox on Facebook and Stephen, what does this mean in real estate? You know?
Exactly.
If it's not something legal, because I'm not a lawyer or I'm not a home inspector, but if it's just questions you have about real estate in general, I will gladly respond to you.
Awesome. Stephen, of course, we're looking at different types. Last time we talked about different houses, what the market is. Yeah. There's some questions that I've had way more since we did those first few vignettes and longer videos. Okay, so I see a lot of houses going up for sale, not as much as it was a few years ago. Yep. Okay, now I'm interested in going to see a house. I call you, and what should I, first of all, tell you if I'm looking to purchase a new home or whatever type of real estate? What are the questions probably going to be asked before we even start searching for something?
Well, the first thing, Martin, if we don't know each other, or even if we do, it's all one of the questions a realtor will often ask the client or the person calling or emailing us is if we have a bank pre-approval, okay?
Okay.
This is just to guide us in the right direction, okay? Because things change. Every day our credit can change. It all depends on our job. Interest rates go up and down.
Yeah.
And when the rates are at, let's say, 3%, well, what happened in the last few years with the rates going high and low? The banks, sometimes they'll give themselves a buffer to make sure you're still able to pay if the rates would go up by 2%.
Okay.
So it's important to get a pre-approval, Martin, okay? This way the bank won't, okay, you get your down payment because you need a down payment to buy a house.
Of course.
There is exemptions like we've talked in our French section before. Yeah. Saying yes, sometimes as a first home buyer, you can use your RSPs if you got any saved up. But talk to your bank, okay, on this to make sure, because the rules, they change all the time.
That's it.
But normally you need a down payment to buy a property and to get a loan, okay?
I don't know how much money we have to spend before looking at the prices.
It's because, Martin, let's say you are pre-approved for $500,000, okay? Well, we're not going to spend 6 weekends looking at houses that are at $650,000 or $700,000.
That's it.
Hoping they'll come down half price. It doesn't work like that.
Rarely do.
So this is just to respect everyone's time, including the buyer's time, the realtor's time, but the most importantly, the seller's time. Because when you put your house for sale and you know you have a visit tomorrow, you're living in your house, so you're going to clean up, So you'll spend a good 2-3 hours, making sure the house is ready. And for what? For a potential buyer. But if you're pre-approved at 500 and that house is 7, well, in normal language, we're losing everybody.
Nobody's winning.
Yeah, exactly. But once we got that pre-approval, we know in what range we're looking for, fine.
But also, I guess you want to know, I should be able to be...
What are you looking for?
What am I looking for?
If you're telling me, I'm a single man and I want to stay single for a while, I won't sell you a 4-bedroom property.
No.
If you don't need it to.
That's it.
But the most important thing, Martin, is, let's say you're working... I said this in French before, try to work with the same realtor when you're looking at a whole bunch of different houses. The thing is, Martin, the realtor will get to know you.
Exactly.
Okay? If you tell me on the first visit we're looking at the property, And we go in and the kitchen is sort of small. And you say, Stephen, me, I cook every night. I dream to be a chef. I love cooking. Tack, 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 tack. Okay, well, I won't show you the next house. I'll make sure there's a nice kitchen, a nice island,
Know what I want.
Exactly. Or if you say, Stephen, I absolutely need a garage because I got a Harley, a Sea-Doo, a four-wheeler, and what? Why would we look at a bungalow that doesn't have a garage and doesn't even have the space to probably build one? But this is the importance of working with the same realtor. At some point, the realtor knows what you're looking for. So yeah, something comes out on the internet. Oh, looks pretty and everything. But us will go in before we book the visit. We'll look inside. We'll look inside. And if you have 3 kids and there's 1 bedroom, Martin, yeah, it looks good on the picture on Facebook.
That's not where you're looking.
It's not for you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Exactly.
You got 1 bedroom, you got 3 kids, so.
Exactly. I'm in marketing, and if I may say so, the worst thing I can see is a customer, let's say for a logo, whatever they want to do. I don't know what I want, but I know what I don't want. Well, what you don't want might help a little bit, but if you don't know what you want, that's always very difficult. And I guess you probably have the same thing.
But in real estate, sometimes you have these odd situations about things.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it happens, like sometimes where, I'm just giving an example.
Yeah.
Let's say you've been with your wife for 20 years. Oh, something happens. It's a divorce.
That's it.
Okay. You have 30 days to find yourself a house. And you don't rent or whatever reason it is. So you might not be as picky as the guy who's looking for houses. Hey, I'm not in a rush. I really want to find the gem. The gem, so that person might take his time compared to the other person.
You need something.
I need something fast.
That's it. That's it.
That person might say, I don't care if there's no kitchen island, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So it's always different situation from client to client.
That's right. Different tastes, different ideas, different roads in life.
Different whereabouts, like what's going to happen.
Different budgets.
Yeah.
That's right. Stephen, we've spoken to about this in different vignettes in both languages, but I'd like to come back with the idea of a open house.
Yeah.
Is that a good idea if I have my house for sale I know a lot of people like them and I like to offer them if I'm a seller, is it just prepare the house as if there was 1 visit, but it's going to probably have 20 in the same Saturday or whatever?
We cannot promise that. It's hit and miss, as we say, depending on the weather.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you do an open house in the month of May and it's the first beautiful weekend, 28 degrees, people might be dancing something up.
Yeah.
Then again, if it's a rare gem, that's a beautiful house, it's a buyer's market,
Yeah.
Every situation is different, okay?
Right.
But to be honest, an open house, it's to give exposure to the seller.
Yeah.
Okay? And to be honest, and you can probably Google it, there's probably not a ton of sales that have happened in the past from open houses. But I think it's still a good feature. It's good to show that the property is for sale. It gives the agent another option to advertise the property instead of advertising it the same way. Because these days social media is key for real estate.
Yeah.
You got realtor.ca, which is #1 for promoting your house. That's why you need a real estate agent.
Exactly.
#2 would be social media.
Exactly.
And I'm very proud of that because I started my real estate pages, Martin, back in 2009.
Wow.
When Facebook was just getting...
years old, I think that's it. Yeah, it was about 27.
Everything was just starting and people were not open to it. And not that I'm smarter than anybody, but I just believed in that.
Yeah.
And started my page. So and today, with all my pages combined, I probably have 25,000, 30,000 followers from the area because it's easy to get followers from anywhere around the world. But when you want to sell a house in Hawkesbury, you don't need 20 followers from Spain or from Ireland or whatever. So I always focus the way I grew my followers in the past is doing contests and stuff like that, and just promoting it all the time. You got to be out there. Like I often say this example, like Coca-Cola has been on Times Square for the last 100 years.
That's it.
Every night they're there in the center. We all know that.
That's it.
But they're there. So it's the same thing with real estate. You got to promote. So if you list your house with Team Stephen Levac, for sure you're going to get promotion.
Exactly. We've been working on that. If we talk a little bit of marketing, those who haven't followed you as much as you should have, the last, especially last, I guess, 3 or 4 months. We really put the pedal to the metal.
Oh yes.
What are we doing, more or less?
It's just to put the properties out there, talk about the real estate team, and try and do like we do videos, because people have questions about real estate, Martin, and
they don't want to ask because they don't want to be bothered.
Exactly.
Afterwards, right?
They think, if I talk to a realtor, he's going to
call me.
Knock at my door every 5 minutes. Say, are you for sale? No. We love what we do.
That's it.
I'm talking for me.
Yeah.
I love this job. I eat, drink, sleep, whatever, real estate.
True.
Okay.
I've been over for lunch.
And we talk about real
estate. And he gave me real estate.
It's just something I love. And I think that's why I keep doing it, because every day for me, it's a different day.
That's it.
And that's who I am.
Exactly.
And thanks to you, Martin, for having your friendship, your expertise too on social media. All of that makes it that we want to... My answer to this is all of this is for the customer.
That's it.
We want to make sure the seller is happy. That's when we're talking about listings. When we have a buyer, we want to make sure the buyer's happy.
Exactly.
When buyers, we don't promote as much.
That's it.
Because they're looking for houses. We take care of them like, how do you say, backstage,
Once they're in,
we get the buyer.
That's it.
We take care of him. We show him all these houses. But we cannot put on Facebook, hey, I'm going house hunting with my buyer.
Yeah.
But when we list the property, new listing, selfie,
Exactly.
So that's the difference.
Some of the social media postings we've done was even to think about. We didn't even show a house, didn't show Alexandra or you.
Yeah.
It's just the idea that buying a home is not something that is impossible. It's not as easy as it once was. I know that the economy is different, but the lifestyle of what you're looking for, a home or whatever you were searching for, is still available and it's still possible. And there are probably sometimes we think that, no, I can't. And when you talk to a realtor and he sends you to the right person for either financing or whatever, or recommends you, or you find somebody on your own for that, you see, well, maybe things are possible. Then a realtor can certainly help you with that.
Absolutely, Martin. There's a lot of things sometimes people are not aware of, like that person that first-time buyer who probably had $50,000 in RSP, didn't know he could use as a down payment, blah, blah, blah.
That's it.
Stuff like that. Even as an example, the government has put millions of dollars into a energy saving grant that if you want a new heat pump at your house and you'll get crazy rebates, blah, blah, blah. This is up until 2026. Look it over, guys.
It's got to do with them.
Yeah. If you want to change your windows and stuff, there is government grants out there. So that's why those are all questions. Feel free to call and ask, or just shoot a text or an email or something. And as soon as possible, we will answer you, because it's a pleasure to do so. And in return, who knows, you might give us your house for sale or something.
That's it. Or find a great home or a great farm or a condo or even a business. We don't talk about businesses often. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. You were talking about